Okay, Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. So last time we were reviewing lesson four, and let's complete lesson four. Inshallah, we will continue. So we also learned ma hada, right? But we also learned mada. Mada is another way to ask questions, to ask about something. Mada ala al-kursi. Mada ala al-kursi. What is on the chair? And I didn't really do a good job last time explaining to you the difference between mahada or mada. I still can't do that. I don't know how to explain to you. But what is this on is how you would describe it. What is that? Uh, uh, what is that something, right? So that's when you use mada. Mahada, obviously that's the end of the sentence, right? But mada is the beginning of the sentence where you tack on other descriptions after. Okay? Does that make sense? It's okay. So mada becomes the mubtada, okay, itself, and ala al-kursi becomes sort of like the mubtada. It's not exactly like a mubtada, but ala al-kursi becomes the khabar, sort of like the khabar. Okay. So mada fil haqiba, what is in the bag? Okay. Then I didn't really tell you this word, the diptotes, but I told you the concepts. So diptotes are nouns in Arabic that don't, they're called mamnu' min as-sarf. I haven't, the reason I'm struggling is because I haven't taught you these terms yet because they're grammar heavy. Okay. So sarf means what? What does sarf or nahu mean? That means the ending of the words, like marfu, mansub, majroor, right? An, in, un, or ending with a fatha, dhamma, or kasra. Okay. Okay. Don't look at me with glazed eyes because I get worried then you're not understanding me. Um, So there are certain nouns that do not. So if I put ala in front of a noun, it becomes majroor, right? It gets the kasra, right? There are certain words that if I put those in front of those nouns, they don't get the dhamma kasra like you would expect. Those are called mamnu' min as-sarf or diptotes. Okay. We didn't learn about this too much, but we did learn that, for example, for foreign names, like Ibrahim is a foreign name. So you will never say Ibrahimun because you only get the un for Arab nouns. Okay? For Arabic ism. Ibrahim is not an Arabic word. Okay? For example, Jahannam is not an Arabic ism. You will always say Jahannamu. You will never say Jahannamun. You will never say Ibrahimun. You will always say Ibrahimu. So for foreign names, that's the case. Okay, clear? That far? Okay, so for foreign names. Also, we learned that for feminine names like Fatima, it will never be Fatima tun, it'll be Fatima tu. Okay? Zainab bu. Okay, Amina too. Okay, like that. That's just the Arabic peculiarity. Okay, don't ask me too much more than that. It's not important. Those are called diptotes. So, Sister Mavish, this is what you wanted to know about, right? The diptotes. I told you you know this, but you just didn't know the word. Okay. All right. Then we learned about this beautiful concept of verbs. So we've done a lot of ism right now. Now we learned that the verbs are made up of three-letter roots, right? Those three letters are represented by. Is this too small? Should I make this big? Yeah, you should have just said it before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Okay. So this is So those three letters are represented by fa, ain, and lam. This is just con convention being used by Arab grammarians, means nothing other than that. So fi'l in Arabic means action. So verbs are action, so they use fi'l as the word. So fa'ala. Fa'ala, so we learn past tense nouns. Past tense nouns. And we only learn the past tense for the third person singular. Does that make any sense to anybody when I say third person singular? What is third person? What is first person?
أنا
I. Second person?
هو
You. No. The person you're speaking to. Okay? The second person means the person you're speaking to. Third person, the person who is not present around you. I mean, they could be, but they might be far away, right? They're not part of the immediate conversation. You're right. You're not talking to yourself, or you're not immediately talking to somebody else. Third person means somebody who is not directly part of the immediate conversation. Clear? So when I say third person, that's what we mean. What is singular? You understand. One person, right? Not two people, not three people, not four people, just one person. So when I say third person singular, I mean the person who you're not immediately talking to, and there's just one of them. Okay. And then we did third person singular masculine. That's the only fi'l that we have learned. When I say masculine, in my terminology, it's the neutral, right? So when I say fa'ala, it means he did. Past tense, it's past tense, it's third person, it is neutral, and it is singular. So it's a long way to say he did. Fa'ala. Did I lose anybody? Or it's clear? Ahmed, is clear? Okay. So kharaja, he left. So third person singular masculine. What did I miss? That's it, right? Third person singular masculine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Kharaja. He left. Dhahaba, he went. And we know the difference between left and went, inshallah. Okay. Nothing about Arabic, that's just semantics. So right here. So third person, so I was teaching you some extra um, patterns of the verbs. So instead of third person singular masculine, I was teaching you also third person singular feminine, right? So instead of fa'ala, the pattern will be fa'alat. So kharaja becomes kharajat, she left. Dhahaba becomes dhahabat, right? She went. Okay. First person, you talking about yourself. First person and person singular, whether it is neutral or feminine, it's the same. Fa'altu, that's the pattern. Kharaja becomes kharajtu. Dhahaba becomes dhahabtu. Jalasa becomes jalastu. Um, Amana becomes amantu. Amantu billah, right? And then what else did we learn? We learned the second person as well. It's not here, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to be able to show you. Well, I will be able to show you right here. So third person singular, neutral, fa'ala. Third person singular feminine, fa'alat. Right? Like kharajat, dhahabat, jalasat, amanat, kafarat, كبرت علمت علمت نفس ما قدمت وأخرت, like that. Okay, because nafs is feminine, so علمت نفس, the self knows or knew. Okay. um and this is past tense, right? Second person, first person, we also learned فعلت. آمنت جلست ذهبت خرجت أكلت I ate um, um, شربت yeah شربت I drank yeah huh no but that's too that's naqas I don't want to teach naqas yeah you jump ahead you're too advanced they get confused. You understand when I say naqas? You do? What?
You said قلت, but it's like not like a, as if what do you call it? A small verb.
No.
What is it? قلت that.
Naqas are af'al
That's
with
not-
a vowel inside of it.
With what?
A vowel.
قلت.
قال.
قال.
It has an alif inside. It's fi'al naqas.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not going to talk about naqas right now. They're going to get super confused. Okay. Okay. Now, second person. When I'm talking to a male, I will say فعلت, you did. ذهبت, you went. When I'm talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, أنعم, he blessed. أنعم, he blessed. أنعمت, you blessed. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. You blessed on them. Okay? Clear? خرجت. خرجت, جلست, أكلت, شربت, and so on and so forth. Okay? And for a female, it will be أكلتي, جلستي, خرجتي. Okay, like that. That's second person feminine. Clear? فاهمين? Okay? All right. And there's more patterns for us to learn. These on the left-hand side, these are the past tense patterns. And these on the right-hand side are the present tense or future tense patterns. We're not going to talk about those right now. Okay, I don't want to super confuse you. We'll move on. Any questions on verbs? Yeah. All the verbs follow this pattern. This pattern is a universal pattern. All the verbs follow this pattern. This pattern. If you know this pattern, then you're gold. And it will take you time to get used to this pattern. It is not easy. You have to practice and practice and practice and practice. Okay? That's why we're going slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay? It's not easy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not easy. Especially the past tense is easy. The future tense is also easy, and I'll help you recognize it, but a lot of times you'll get confused because sometimes it's the same for two different things. And you'll get, what happened? Okay. For example, you see تفعلوا. It's the same exact thing, but it's for two different conditions. And so people get confused. Okay, inshallah. In normal Arabic, this is not, they don't even use this. They cheat a little bit than spoken Arabic. All right. That was lesson 4, where we introduced. So in lesson 4, the blue things are the new things that we did. So we know how to make a feminine noun. Kabirun becomes kabiratun, and we learned about diptotes, which is in this case the feminine names. Fatimatun. It will never be Fatimatun. It will be Fatimatu or Aishatu. Okay. By the way, just a side note. What does the word Aisha mean? Have you thought about that? Hmm? Yes, that's right. That's right. So somebody who lives a good life. Aisha. Okay. Somebody who lives a good life. My daughter's middle name is Aisha. And then we learned how to make definite articles. Kitabun becomes al-kitabu. Very easy. No, we didn't learn this. I'm sorry. That was a different subject. And we learned about verbs that have person, tense, and gender and number. Person meaning first person, second person, or third person. Tense meaning past or present. Gender meaning neutral or feminine, and number meaning singular or dual or plural, right? That's what we mean. So verbs have all of these things that apply to them, okay? For nouns, only gender and number matter for nouns. But for verbs, we get two extra things, person and tense. Okay, then we learned about harf jar. So anytime you put a preposition before a noun, it becomes majroor. Fi plus baytun becomes fi baytin. And if it's definite, fi al baytu becomes fil bayti. Okay, easy. Verbal sentence begins with the verb. So last I think lesson 3, we learned about the nominal, the jumla ismiya, the sentences that begin with a noun. But in lesson 4, we are learning sentences that begin with a verb, and those are called jumla fi'liya, the verbal sentence. Okay, so if I said ذهب إلى ذهب إلى المسجد, how would you translate that? He went to the masjid. Great. Now I want to say Ahmed went to the masjid. How do I say that? He went. ذهب أحمد. So I will start with the verb. I will say ذهب أحمد إلى المسجد. Okay? That's the proper way to say it. You can say in normal spoken Arabic, you can say Ahmed ذهب إلى المسجد. You can say that. Everybody will understand you. But in the proper Arabic, you will say ذهب أحمد. Ahmed went to. So you'll say went Ahmed to the masjid. That's how you literally say in Arabic. Okay? And then we learned about Mada. We also learned about Aina. Aina means where. Okay. We learned about disconnected pronouns, huwa and hiya. It means he or it or she or it, right? And we learned about the prepositions, these 4 prepositions, fi, ala, min, ila. And then we learned 3 verbs, ذهب, خرج, and فعل. That was lesson 4. Any questions? You guys look sleepy today. This review, I know it's boring, okay? But you asked for it, so I'm going to do it. Lesson 5. Lesson 5 was where the fun really began, where we learned the of construct, mudaf, mudaf ilayh, right? Where there's no word for of, but structurally we learn that there is a of in the middle. It's called mudaf wa mudafun ilayh. Mudafun wa mudafun ilayh. And how do you understand it? So the first word is the thing that is possessed. So, and the second thing is the one who is possessing it. First thing is what is owned, and the second thing is the owner. Okay? The second word is the owner. Both are ism. So if I want to say Ahmed's book, what is the first thing what is the thing that is owned? Book. So the book comes first. And the owner comes after. Kitabu Ahmed. Kitabu Ahmed. Right? And then the second ism becomes majroor. Kitabu Ahmedin. Right? That's what we learn. Okay? And then the second ism is always definite. It is always definite. And the first ism is always indefinite. I will never say al-kitabu Ahmed. That is wrong. I will say kitabu Ahmed. Okay, so let's learn some of these rules. The mudaf, the first ism, never takes an al, never. Never takes a tanween. Okay? It will never be tanween. So it'll always be kitabu or kitaba or kitabi, but never kitaban or kitabun or kitabin. Never. And the second ism mudaf ilayh will always be majroor. Okay? And did I say that's fine? Uh, did I say it's always definite? I'm wrong. The second ism is not necessarily always definite. I'm sorry, I was wrong there. So Rasulu Allah. Who is the owner? Allah. And the thing that is owned, the person that is owned is Rasul, the messenger. So Rasulullah, Allah's messenger or messenger of Allah. In English, we do the same thing. We put the thing that is owned before of, right? The thing that is owned before book of Ahmed. We always talk about the book first of Ahmed. So same thing in Arabic. The own thing comes before. So Kitabul Waladi, the boy's book. Kitabu Waladin, a boy's book. So it's a very specific boy, or here it is a general boy. A boy's book, Kitabu Waladin. Okay? It could be any boy, but Kitabul Waladi, the boy's book. Okay? Like that. Miftahul Babi, the door's key. Right? Miftahu Babin, a door key. Any door key. Miftahu Bab. Okay. And we also learned how to say whose something. Daftaru man, whose notebook. Kitabu man, whose book. Qalamu man, whose pen. See, grammar lessons, Bara, mashallah, it's a great lullaby for him, mashallah. Okay, so if I say Kitabullah, book of Allah, Rasulullah, messenger of Allah, and Kitabul Waladi, the boy's book, Kitabu Waladin, a boy's book. No. Miftahul Babi, we already did all of this. Qalamu Muhammadin, Muhammad's pen. Because this is Muhammad is definite, so you will understand it definitely, right? Qalamu Muhammad, Muhammad's pen. We know about which Muhammad you're talking about. Qalamu al-Mudarris, the teacher's pen. You know which teacher you're talking about. Dukkanu Tajir, the merchant's store. Suratun Nasr, the surah of An-Nasr, right? The surah of victory. This is how all of the names of the surahs are. They are mudaf, mudaf ilayh. Suratul Fatiha, the surah of the opening. Suratul Baqarah, the surah of the cow. Yeah, Surat Ali Imran. You don't put al in the front because Al Imran is the family of, so it's two of. So it's surah of family of Imran. Okay, Suratu Ali Imran. Okay, we'll get into that later. You can chain the mudaf ilayh. We haven't talked about that just yet. And we talked about Surah Al-Nasr when we learned about mudaf ilayh. إِذَا جَاءَ, it came. What came? Nasrullah. Nasrullah came. جَاءَ Nasrullahi wal fath. Right? Nasrullah, the help of Allah. Okay. Surah to Luqman, same kind of thing. Surah of Luqman. You will not put al in front of a name. Luqman is Luqman. So he says Surah to Luqman. The Surah of Luqman, alayhi salam. We already talked about Surah Al-Fajr. Zakatul Fitr. Zakatul Fitr. The zakat of breaking the fast. Fitr means what? Breaking fast. Breakfast. Fitr. Right? Zakatul Fitr, breaking of the fast. Breaking of the fast meaning what? End of Ramadan. Zakatul Mal, mudaf ilayh, the zakat of wealth, right? Yawmuddin, the day of judgment. Yawmul Akhir, the day of the last, right? Yawmul Qiyamati, the day of standing, the day of standing. Qalamu man hadha, qalamu man, whose pen is this? قلم من هذا؟ كتاب من هذا؟ Whose book is this? Haqibatu man hadihi. Whose bag is this? Because haqiba is feminine, right? Ibnu man anta. Son of whom are you? Okay. This is also an of. Kitabu man, book of whom? Qalamu man, pen of whom? Okay, like that. That's how you understand the man construct. And now we will add a harf jar before our mudaf ilayh because we like our life to be a little bit more complicated, more fun, mashallah. Right? So kitabullah, if I put a harf jar before it, it becomes kitabillah because the harf jar made the first ism majroor. So kitabullah becomes fi kitabi Allah, right? Is that everybody with me so far, or you guys are getting lost? Okay, you doing all right?
I want to start with a new lesson. I'm just.
You bored?
Grammar is not my thing.
Grammar is not your thing? Yeah, I know. This is why I don't teach it this way. But it's just, I'm just reviewing sentences with you, okay? So just to remind you, ala ali Muhammad, on not alu Muhammad means what? The family of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So ala, Allahumma salli ala ali, on the family. So ala makes the alu ali, ala ali Muhammad. Fi dinillah, instead of dinullah, it becomes fi dinillah. Min bayt al-rajul, you guys understand. Okay. Let's go on. Now, this is the fun one. Okay, this is the challenging one. You can chain. I haven't really shown this to you, so think of this as a new lesson, Rahat. Okay. You can chain mudaf ilayh, just like surah of the family of Imran. So two ofs, right? So here is this example. There's Kitabul Waladi, the book of the boy. And then you have Waladur Rajuli, the man's son, the man's child. So a child's book and the man's child. So if you want to say all of that together, Kitabu Waladir Rajuli, the book of the child of the man. Clear? It's became tricky, right? Suddenly became tricky, right? So waladur rajuli, you understand? That's easy. Kitabul waladi, it's easy. Now the book is the child's book, and the child is the man's child. Okay, so how do you say that in English? The book of the man's child, the book of the child of the man. Okay, so there's two ofs in there. So how do you say it in Arabic? Kitabu waladir rajuli. What happened? What just happened? So first understand this. So if I want to say the book of the child, I will say Kitabul Walad. That's fine. But since I have to tack on another ism with another of, the al goes away. So it becomes Kitabu Waladi. Then the last al stays. Only in that chain, in the whole chain, you could chain X of Y of Z. You can say A of B of C of D of E of F of G. G will have the al. A through F will not have al. That's how it works. Make sense? Okay. So for example, if I want to say the book of the child of the man of the house, okay, what would it be? Tell me. Kitabu. Oh, you guys are faster than me. I'm sorry. I'm so slow. Kitabu?
Waladu.
No. Waladi. Rajuli.
Bayti.
Yes, you guys got it.
So the last word has to be the.
كتاب ولد رجل البيت.
Since it is mudaf lay and the kitabu wala din, it will be not like double.
No, because the tanweens drop. Tanweens drop. Tanween will only be present on the last ism if it's not definite. If it's not definite. So this could be, in this case, it will have tanween. Okay? So this means the book of the child of the man of a house. Al-Bayti, exactly. So no tanween until this time. This is why we say the surah of the family of Imran. I will say Suratu Ali Imran. No, I believe. I don't think it's Imran because Imran is a diptote. It's an old ancient name. So I think it's, huh? No, it's not Arabic name. No. I think it's Imrana. Yeah, I believe so.
I think it's supposed to be Maksura.
Is it?
Yes.
Let me check. I don't remember. Wallahi, I don't remember. I think it's Imrana. I'm pretty sure. Because it's not Arab. No, yeah. Let me check. Do you not remember? You don't know? Imrana. Yeah, I was right. So Imran is a diptote. It's an ancient non-Arab name. So it will never be Imrani. It will always be Imrana, Imrano. Okay? Okay. All right. Clear? Who was Imran? The father of Maryam alayhi salam. Down. Yes. Correct. Okay. Clear? All right. So moving on. You guys got this so well. Alhamdulillah, I was able to explain it. Okay. Because you guys understood it. So here are some. We already did this. For example, Qittu Imam al-Masjidi. What does that mean?
The imams of the masjid.
Yeah, the Masjid Imam's cat.
So every time there's an al, there won't be din or dun or done.
Never.
But when there is not al,
Yes,
al,
correct.
then okay. So
Yeah.
the and them, oh, okay.
Yep.
That's something new. Thank you, Manish.
Yeah. You were just getting bored.
Navish made it easier for me without those all mudaf and all these names. Like every time you drop al and it's done thin or
Yes,
good.
then double.
And when there is al, then there is no.
Wa alaikum assalam.
That's what-
Qittu Imami Masjidin. What's the difference between these two? Rahat.
Al is dropped
Yes.
and.
Why? What? Tell me the meaning.
The masjid and a masjid.
Yes. Yes. Very nice. Okay. So I don't know why am I talking about Mu'awwidhatayn. I never did this with you guys. I did do this. I did Surat Falaq and Nas with you guys. I did. I'm not going to repeat it today. But here are the ones where you have a mudaf ilayh. So Rabbun Nas, what does Rabbun Nas mean? Lord of the people. Lord of the people. But I want to say with the or in the Lord of the people. I want to seek protection in the Lord of the people. So I will, for in that case, I will use be. I would not use fi. I will say be. So a'udhu, I seek protection. Be, because it's harf jar. Be is a harf jar. Rabbun nas becomes Rabbin nas. Bi Rabbin nas. Qul a'udhu bi Rabbin nas. And then this is why the next word, instead of normally it will be Malikun Nas, king of the people. But if you remember your adjectives have to follow the noun that they're describing. So what is the noun? The noun is The noun is, who are we describing? Rabb. Rabb. A'udhu bi rabbin nas, Lord of the people. Okay? In the mudaf ilayh construct, what you describe is the thing that is possessed. Okay? So rabbin nas, so the Lord of the people. So since the Lord is majroor, all its adjectives are majroor. So Malik is an adjective, king, right? So Maliki. And then this is mudaf mudaf. I know it's getting a little complex, okay? I understand it. I just want to blow your mind just a little bit. So Malikun Nas becomes Malikin Nas. See, Malikin Nasi. قل أعوذ بربي الناس ملك الناس إله الناس. Okay? So Ilahun Nas becomes Ilahin Nas. Okay? Min, because min is a harf jar. Also, min, normally it will be min ash-sharri, from the evil, right? We talked about the fake fatha over here, right? Remember, it's really min, but because there is a hamzatul wasl, it becomes mina. We talked about that last time. If you guys don't remember, it's not important. Min ash-sharri, from the evil. But now I want to, this is a mudaf ilayh. This is a of construct. Min sharril waswasi, from the evil of the whisperer. And the whisperer is majroor. So its adjective is going to be majroor. So normally it will be al-waswasu. Because it's al-waswasi, the adjectives al-khannasu becomes al-khannasi. Okay, so there's a lot going on in there grammatically, you see? Is this helping? Kind of, a little bit. And so now, the first time we did Surah An-Nas, you didn't know as many things. Now you know many things. So we're able to like connect a lot more dots, alhamdulillah. Min sharril waswasil khannasi. And then we also learned alladhi, the one who yuwaswisu, the one. So this is a not a past tense verb. This is a present future tense verb. We haven't learned that. Just that's fine. Waswasa, he did whispering. That's a waswasa. Okay. Yuwaswisu, he does whispering, like right now. Alladhi yuwaswisu, the one who does the whispering now or all the time. Fi as-suduri, because as-suduru becomes as-suduri become because of fi suduri, whose sudurin nasi. Now this is a fi sudurin nasi. Min al-jinnati, al-jinnatu, the jinns, but now because of min it becomes majroor. Min al-jinnati wa and an-nasi. Because when you do wa, we didn't learn this before. If you add and to after an adjective, after an ism or an adjective, the and part has to also follow what it's ending. So if what you're ending is majroor, the part after the wa also becomes majroor. Okay? Wa min wa wan nasi. Okay? Min al jinnati wan nasi. Okay? So that's how it works. We're not going to do Surah Al-Falaq. I don't want to bore you guys. Let's keep moving. Then we did add the adverbs. I've been calling them harf jar just to make your life simple, because they always make things majroor after they come. But they are really not technically harf jar. They're called dharf. Okay? That's how it's spelled. Dharf. It just means adverb, meaning above, below, under, over, front, behind, right? Like that. Fawqa, تحت, and they are always end in a fatha. They always end in a fatha. فوق, تحت, أمام, وراء, or خلف. Okay? So those are the adverbs of place.
Of makan, no, not of zaman.
I didn't say zaman.
Which is of zaman.
Did I? I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake.
It's written, but-
No, no. Oh, yeah. Here there's a mistake. Yes. Makan. I had a typo, man.
It's all right, I understand.
Yeah. Makan. ظرف المكان or ظرف مكان. This is not correct. ظرف مكان. The adverb of place. مكان. Okay. This is what we learned. We didn't really learn ظرف زمان, the adverb of time. Oh, baina. Do you know baina? Did I teach you baina? Between. So baina. يعلم, he knows. ما بين أيديهم, what is between their hands. That's an expression in the Quran. In Arabic, that means something that is between your hands, meaning something that is right in front of you. Something that is not something you have. Yes, you have it too, but something that is right in front of you that you can grab. يعلم ما بين أيديهم in Ayatul Kursi, we say that, right? يعلم ما بين أيديهم. He knows what is in front of them. وما خلفهم. What is behind them. Like that. Okay. So they always end in a fatha. The ظروف always end in a fatha. تحت المكتب becomes تحت المكتب because they also make the ism majroor. Okay? Okay. So تحت المكتب, underneath the desk. فوق الأرض, above the earth or above land. And who can translate this for me? Come on, Rahat or Mavish, both of you, test. Translate this ayah.
And he is the
Qahir means overwhelming. Okay.
overwhelming above ibadihi, a worship.
Mavish, what is ibad? Ahmed, you sleeping? Okay. What is ibad? It's the plural of abd. What is abd? Servant. Ibad, servants. Ibadihi, we haven't really learned his servants. Arshifa, I should have asked Arshifa. She always wins the cigar, mashallah. So who can translate this now? Arshifa, translate this ayah. The overwhelmer. Look at her cheating. Mashallah. I like that. I like this kind of cheating. This is brilliant. And he is the overwhelmer over his servants. Meaning what? His servants cannot move an inch without his will.
But this was vocabulary.
I know, but that's okay. I was just blowing your mind a little bit. So here I was trying to teach you fawqa. Okay? It's okay. I know this was vocabulary. But you should have known ibad. You guys disappoint me. Yeah. Because I knew that the qahir is probably the only word you don't know. But even from Urdu, qahir, it's the same thing. Qahr. Qahr kya hota hai?
Can we say that, subdued?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. What is qahr?
Isn't it destroy or destruction?
Yeah. I know in Urdu, that's what it means. but the actual meaning is someone who takes control over completely puts you in his subservience. Like you cannot move an inch without him. So it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-Qahir. Okay? Okay. Amam al-Masjidi, what does that mean? Nope. Yes. Good job. Not Imam al-Masjid, but Amam al-Masjid, in front of the masjid. Okay? السيارة واقفة أمام المسجد. Okay? خلف الطالب.
Behind the student.
Yes. القط خلف الكلب هناك.
Cat is
Behind the dog.
over there.
Yes. Easy? Okay, great. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so there are many kinds of dharf. Okay, all of these are dharf. Let's look at them really quickly. Yamina, the right hand side of. Duna, below something. Okay, or less than. Okay. Wara'a, behind something. Khalfa, behind something. Amama, in front of something. Fawqa, above something. Tahta, below something. Hunaka, over there. Huna, over here. Okay. Shimala, the left of something. Okay, or the south of something. Thamma, this comes in the Quran too. Right there. Right? It's used very few times in the Quran. Muta'in thamma amin. In what surah? Surah Infitar. Muta'in thamma amin. Yeah. Yeah, meaning right there. He's also meaning nahwa, in the direction of, hawla, around something, gharba, west of something, sharqa, east of something, dakhila, inside something, jamba, on the side of something, wasata, in the middle of something, yeah, athna'a, during something, daqiqata. So you guys get the idea. I don't want to go through all of that. Now this is time. This is dharfu zaman. This is dharf of time. Athna'a, during. Okay, waqta dhuhr. Huh? جاء الرجل وقت الظهر. I guess waqta, you would say waqta, waqtu. Yeah, waqta. The man came at the time of dhuhr. Okay. Shahra, right? The month of, the month of. Isbu'a, the week of. Yawma, the day of. Sa'ata, the hour of, the moment of. Masa'a, the evening of. Sabaha, the morning of. Right? Barakallah fiki. MashaAllah. Okay, like that. And we can keep going. Okay, harfun nida. Wow, subhanallah, how the hour flies. We learned about harfun nida, it's ya. Okay, ya. Okay, what does ya do? Very simple, it drops the tanween. It drops the tanween. However, there's another rule which I didn't really teach you. Did I totally bore Rahat? So, ya Muhammadun becomes ya Muhammadu. Okay, all right. Arshifa, can you translate this for me, the first sentence? I said translate it. Don't struggle to read it, please. Above. Yes, thank you, Barakallah. Great, Barakallah Fiki. Okay, and then next one, Tawfiq.
هي في الغرفة يا خديجة.
Yes. So Khadijatu already was a diptote, so it was never going to get a tanween anyway. So ya doesn't do anything to it. It just stays without the tanween. Ya Khadijatu. Okay? Now, ما اسم الولد يا أستاذ? What is the what is the child's name, oh teacher? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Let's
Question
yes, yes.
between Imam of the masjid, like and
Imam means leader.
yes, leader of the masjid, and in front of
It's amam. It's a different word. Yeah, one is with a kas, one starts with a hamza with a kasra, one starts with hamza with a fatha.
pronunciation.
Yeah, obviously e and a. Yeah. 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 Because the root is the same. The root meaning is the same. So that's why they're the same. But it's just how you say it, which tells you what do you mean? Do you mean leader or do you mean front? But the leader is always in the front. So that's why the word sounds the same. Okay. All right. Special case. Pay attention. Pay attention. I did not teach you this before because it was just a minor detail. I didn't want to bore you with it. Abdullah is a mudaf ilayh, right? What does Abdullah mean?
Servant of Allah.
Servant of Allah. Great. If I put ya in front of mudaf ilayh, any mudaf ilayh, okay? The first mudaf, the mudaf gets a fatha instead of a dhamma.
It will be always better.
No. That's only for dharf. But this time, I'm saying anything in a mudaf ilayh situation. I will never say ya Abdullah. I will always say ya Abdullah. Okay? I will never say ya Rasulullah. I will always say ya Rasulallah. Because if I put ya in front of a mudaf ilayh, the mudaf becomes a fatha. That's it. That's a rule. It's a rule. Grammar rule. Okay?
Always.
Always. Always.
Then there is-
Yeah. So let's look at this example. I brought a hadith for you in Ibn Hibban. Who wants to? No, nobody can. You're not that advanced. I wish you. We'll get there, inshallah. We'll get there soon. Okay. Anna Mu'adh ibn Jabal, radiallahu anh, arada, he decided, or he wanted to safaran faqal, he wanted to travel. Okay. Then he said, Ya Nabiyallah, not Nabiyullah, the Prophet of Allah. Ya Nabiyallah. Don't we say when we do in the Mawlid, we'd say Assalamu alayka ya Rasulallah. Assalamu alayka ya Habibi. Ya Nabi Allah. Like that. Okay, so just remember from that little nasheed, ya with the mudaf ilayh will always get a fatha. Ya Nabi Allah. Yeah, Ya Nabi Allahi awsini, O Prophet of Allah, give me advice. Awsini, give me advice. Qala, he said, U'budillah. He said, worship Allah. La tushrik bihi shay'a. Don't associate, don't do shirk with him with anything. Okay? Qala, he said, Ya Nabi Allah, O Prophet of Allah, zidni, more please. He said, give me more advice, yani. Okay? Qala, إذا أسأت فأحسن. He said, if you did something bad, then do something good. فأحسن. إذا أسأت فأحسن. قال, he said, Ya Rasulullah, zidni. Oh Allah, oh Rasulullah, more please. More advice. قال, استقم. Stay firm. وَلْيَحْسُنْ خُلُقُكَ. then improve your character. Subhanallah. Stay firm, and you must improve your character. This wal is not the al-wal, okay? This lam here, this is not the al-lam. This is you must. Wal yahsun khuluquk. And you must improve your character. Isn't this a beautiful hadith? Huh? You can do a khatir on this after Isha.
السيئة حسنة إذا سأت
Yeah, إذا أسأت فأحسن. How beautiful. So all of these could be like really short hadiths, right? استقم يحسن خلقه. Yeah, so beautiful. Subhanallah. Okay. We'll do 10 more minutes. Are we still on lesson 5, subhanallah, or 6? We already did words that start with I don't want to do this right now. Should I go ahead and do it? I'll just bite the bullet. Yes.
Can we continue this?
We don't have any school.
Yeah.
It's winter break.
شوفوا.
If you're free.
Okay, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. We have time right now though. So let's continue until 15 more minutes. Is that okay then? Or you want to take a break? Okay. All right. New concept. I have not taught you this. I didn't worry about it before. I did not worry about this before. It was not as important, but now it's become important. Well, it's important enough for me to just wrap it up, inshallah, and tell you. Some words in Arabic begin with Hamzatul Wasl. Only a few words. Okay? Okay? Ism is one of them. Ism does not, even though it sounds like it starts with a Hamza, it doesn't start with a Hamza. It starts with a Hamzatul Wasl. Okay? This becomes tricky later on. Inshallah, we will worry about that later. But there are some words that just don't start with, they don't start with a letter, a firm letter. So you just put Hamzatul Wasl in front of them just to make it pronounceable. Okay? You will never say sm. You will never say sm. You'll say ism. Okay? Clear? Ahmed, did that make sense? So you will never say bn. You'll say ibn. Okay? So ibn starts with Hamzatul Wasl. So what happens if I put something before ibn? What happens? Like, for example, it goes away.
Yeah.
So let's look in the Quran. Okay? Let's look at, for example, the famous.
Even the hadith you just mentioned.
Yeah, inshallah.
The Hamza is gone.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so let's look at, for example, this, inshallah. How would you read this? Tawfiq wa atayna. Okay, who's fluent in reading?
وآتينا عيسى بن مريم
It's not no.
عيسى بن
Hmm.
مريم
Okay, stop. What am I trying to highlight here? Yes, Isa ibn. It's not Isa ibn. Because why? It's Hamzatul Wasl. So when you put something in front of it, it goes away. So instead of Isa ibn Maryama, it becomes Isa ibn Maryama. Clear? So you just have to know that the word ibn, son, starts with Hamzatul Wasl. And anytime you put something in front of it, the Hamzatul Wasl goes bye-bye. Clear? Okay. There's another example here. Another example of ibn, just for kicks and giggles, inshallah. وقالت اليهود, and the Yahud said, عزير. Remember the noon, the little tiny noon thing happening?
Basic Quran.
Yes. How do you read this, Rahat?
Zayd ibn.
Udayru nibnu. Yeah, we did this last time. Udayru nibnullahi. Okay, anyways, this is maybe too much for you guys. So there are these words. Ibn starts with Hamzat al-Wasl. Ibna, just the feminine version of Ibn, right? Means a daughter. Ibna. Okay?
Son. Ibn is
I,
son.
Ibn is son. Ibna.
Daughter.
Yeah, daughter. Okay?
Oh, what is bint then? Bint is also daughter?
Bint means girl.
Bint means girl.
Mm. Imra. Imru. Imru or imra. Okay? That just means a person. What does that mean? Any person, but generic. Imra'ah, the feminine person. Feminine person, meaning female. Woman. Imra'ah. Okay? Let me show this to you. This will blow your mind, inshallah. Who knows Surah Al-Muddathir? Let me do an easy one. Yeah, it's only in Muddathir that I can remember it comes in a popular way. You know, mashallah. Okay. No, this is also in Surah Abasa. Yeah, Surah Abasa, it also comes. Okay? Surah Abasa. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Kul. What does kul mean? What does kul mean? No. Every. Kul.
Like that. That is one same.
Kul lam with a shadda. Lam, kaf lam shadda. Kul. Every. Every. Li kulli. What does li kulli? For every. For not everyone. Or you can say everyone kind of. But for every. Li kulli imri. Okay. So this was what is a person? Imru, right? Or imra, right? Because this is majroor, so imru becomes imri. So for every person, likulli imri in. But how do you read it? Because imri starts with imru starts with hamzatul wasl, the hamzatul wasl goes away, so it becomes likulli imri in. لكل امرئ. You guys following me?
Yeah.
لكل امرئ منهم. For every person among them, يومئذ on that day, شأن يغني. There is going to be a matter that will overcome them. This is on the day of judgment.
Yeah.
On that day, for every single person, there's going to be a sha'an, a matter that is going to yughni. It's going to overwhelm that person. Wujuhun. So this is let's before Isha we will do Abasa, Surah Abasa. Okay, inshallah. Okay, if I don't make a mistake. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِذَا. Yes. Yes. You want to see that? With what? Let's study. Inshallah. Are they human beings? Are they human beings? Yes. All the prophets are human beings. Alayhimus salam. Let's look at the evidence for that. So I'm glad you asked that question. Huria, you asked brilliant questions, mashallah.
Yes.
Again? No, did you cheat?
It's for both of you.
Where did it go? Oh, it would be in the. So this is beautiful. So we will study this. It's a long hadith, but inshallah we will cover this. Okay, hadith of Shafa'ah. Okay. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, uh, so Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is describing the day of judgment. Okay, describing the day of judgment, that the sun will come close. وَتَدْنُ الشَّمْسُ. The sun will come close. فَيَبْلُغُ النَّاسُ مِنَ الْغَمِّ وَالْكَرْبِ مَا لَا يُطِيقُونَ وَلَا يَحْتَمِلُونَ. That from the difficult situation and the distress that the people are in on the day of judgment, it's going to be a horrible, horrible day. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us firmness and make that day easy for all of us. Allahumma ameen. فيبلغ الناس من الغم والكرب وما لا يطيقون ولا يحتملون. They are not able to do anything. They are not able to speak or do anything. They're not. They're completely overwhelmed. Okay. فيقول الناس. Then the people will say, ألا ترون ما قد بلغكم? Don't you see what has reached you? Like what just has happened? We have just risen from. We've just been resurrected from the ground, and now we're in this difficult situation. ألا تنظرون من يشفع لكم إلى ربكم? Can any one of you, can you go make shafa'a to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Oh Allah, please take us out from this situation. فيقول بعض الناس لبعض. Then some people tell the other people, عليكم بآدم. Go, you must go to Adam alayhi salam. Okay. So فيأتون آدم عليه السلام. Then they come to Adam عليه السلام فيقولون له, and then they tell him, أنت أبو البشر. You are the father of humankind. O Adam عليه السلام. خلقك الله بيده. Allah created you directly with his own hands. ونفخ فيك من روحي. And then he blew his ruh into you, O Adam عليه السلام. وأمر الملائكة فسجدوا لك. And Allah ordered the angels to bow down to you, right? To do sajda to you. اشفع لنا إلى ربك. Do the shafa'a, O Adam. Can you go to Allah and ask them to do and ask him do shafa'a for us, meaning advocate for us, meaning stop this situation? ألا ترى إلى ما نحن فيه? Don't you see the condition that we're in? The distress that we're in? ألا ترى إلى ما قد بلغنا? Don't you see what has happened? فيقول آدم. To answer your question, Huria. Then Adam alayhi salam says, Inna Rabbi qad ghadiba al-yawm. My Lord is angry today. غضبا لم يغضب قبله مثله. He has never been angry like this ever before. ولن يغضب بعده مثله. And he will never ever get angry again like this later. وإنه نهاني عن الشجرة. He told me to not go to the tree. فعصيت, but I disobeyed him. This is Adam alayhi salam. Nafsi, nafsi. Myself, myself. He's worried about myself. Izhabu ila ghayri. Go to somebody else. Izhabu ila Nuh. Go to Nuh alayhi salam. فيأتون نوحا فيقول. And then they go to Nuh alayhi salam and they say, Ya Nuh, innaka anta awwalur rusul. You are the first messenger, not prophet. Nuh alayhi salam is the first rasul. Innaka anta awwalur rusul. You are the first of the messengers ila ahli al-ard, to the people of the earth. وَقَدْ سَمَّاكَ اللَّهُ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا. And Allah called you in the Quran a grateful servant, abdan shakura. Ishfa' lana ila rabbik. Go do shafa'a to your Lord. Ala tara ila ma nahnu fihi. Don't you see the condition we're in? فيقول إن ربي قد غضب اليوم غضبا لم يغضب قبله مثله ولم يغضب بعده مثله. Allah is angry today and he's never ever going to be angry like this again. وإنه قد كانت لي دعوة دعوتها. That I was assigned a mission to do the da'wah. Okay? Ala qawmi, to my nation. No, I'm sorry. I was given a choice for a dua and I made a dua. What was the dua of Nuh alayhi salam? Destroy my people. So he feels guilty now on the day of judgment. He's saying, Allah gave me a dua to make, and the dua that I make was against my own people. After 950 years. Nafsi, nafsi. He's worried about himself. Idhabu ila ghairi. Go to somebody other than me. Idhabu ila Ibrahim. Go to Ibrahim. And so on and so forth. And then they go to Ibrahim alayhi salam. This story becomes long. Then they go to Musa alayhi salam, right? And Musa alayhi salam is also worried about his sins. I killed a person, right? He's worried about him killing a person, for example. قَدْ قَتَلْتُ نَفْسًا. I didn't cover. You want me to? Okay. So he said, وَإِنِّي قَدْ كُنْتُ كَذَبْتُ ثَلَاثَ كَذَبَاتٍ. That I made 3 lies. I lied 3 times. He doesn't فَذَكَرَهُنَّ أَبُو حَيَّان في الحديث. And then they're mentioned in the hadith. What are the 3 lies of Ibrahim alayhi salam? The first lie is, remember when he broke the idols, he said the big one did it? Do you see that little thing he remembers on the day of judgment as a sin? Then what was the second lie? I don't remember this. I remember the second lie. I don't know if I remember all 3. The second lie was he told the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, this is my sister, to his wife. So that was one of the lies. The third lie was, I forgot. Anyways, it's not mentioned in this hadith, huh? Huh?
Feeling sick.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Before the day of when he broke the idols, he told the people, Inni saqim, I'm sick. He wasn't sick. He had a plan. So he lied to the people, saying, I'm sick today. I don't want to go to the festival. I'm sick. So he lied. So that's the barakallahu fiqh. Okay. So that was that. Then Isa alayhi salam. Isa alayhi salam is, what is he saying? وَلَمْ يَذْكُرْ. But Isa alayhi salam did not mention his sin. This hadith says, وَلَمْ يَذْكُرْ ذَنْبًا. He didn't mention his sin. He just said, nafsi, nafsi, nafsi. Myself, myself, myself. اذهبوا غيري اذهبوا إلى محمد. Then they go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فَيَأْتُونَ مُحَمَّدًا فَيَقُولُونَ. Then they come to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and they say, Ya Muhammad, Anta Rasulullah, you are the Prophet of Allah, وَخَاتَمُ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ, and you're the seal of all of the prophets. وَقَدْ غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكْ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. And Allah has forgiven you all your sins, the past and the future of your sins. إِشْفَعْ لَنَا إِلَى رَبِّكَ أَلَا تَرَى إِلَى مَا نَحْنُ فِيهِ. Don't you see what kind of state we're in? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows that he has been granted the permission to do shafa'ah. He's the leader of humankind. So he knows when he gets a request, he's not going to deny the request. He knows, even though he might feel guilty about himself, he didn't mention it. He knows he has to do it. The buck stops at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he فَأَنْطَلِقُوا. Then I charge. I go toward Allah. فَآتِ تَحْتَ الْعَرْشِ. Then I come underneath the arsh. فَأَقَعُ سَاجِدًا لِرَبِّي. Then I fall down in sajda to my Lord. Okay? ثُمَّ يَفْتَحُ اللَّهُ عَلَيَّ مِنْ مَحَامِدِهِ وَحُسْنِ الثَّنَاءِ عَلَيْهِ شَيْئًا لَمْ يَفْتَحُ عَلَى أَحْدٍ قَبْلِي. Then Allah opens His words of praise to me. When Allah teaches me some praise about Him that He has never opened for me or anyone else ever before. Allah teaches him some dhikr that has never ever been taught to him or anyone else. And then in his sajda, he's doing that dhikr. Okay? ثُمَّ يُقَال. Then it is said, Ya Muhammad, O Muhammad, irfa' ra'sak. Raise your head. Sal tu'ta. Ask and you will be given. Ask and you shall be given. Washfa tushaffa. Intercede and your intercession is going to be accepted. فأرفع رأسي. Then I raise my head. فأقول and I say أمتي يا رب. Oh my Rabb, my ummah, my ummah. فيقال يا محمد أدخل من أمتك. And then the hadith goes on. Basically, then he makes the shafa'ah and the karb ends, and then the day of judgment actually begins. The day of qiyamah ends, kind of, you can say, when the judgment day hasn't started. Everybody's just worried what's going to happen, and nothing is happening. And that's when they go and make this request. Then when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam does the shafa'ah, that's when the hisab begins. Clear? So that was the hadith. So to answer this short question, will the prophets be worried on the day of judgment? What do you think? Yes. Okay. All right. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We'll continue inshallah after Isha.
جزاكم الله خير.